Working in the garden as always. Alright, begin the day's walk. Folks, Jack here. Friday morning. Seems like everybody burning their trash. Definitely the most annoying thing over here. If I can get a walk in before getting soaked here. A lot of rain in the area. Had a delay today. Delay, rain delay. Watching a baseball game, just a rain delay. A lot of guava laying around everywhere. So we're trying to figure out where we're gonna go for a vacation here. Man, looking around there. And it's probably a good time because you look around everywhere, it's dead. Just see a bunch of dead tourist locations. Watch Lucky Lesson. Where was he? Alona Beach. That place is dead. Ugly Tourist up in La Union. That place is dead. Nothing, man. Nobody's out. Nobody's visiting. Morning. So for me, it'd be a good time to travel. Best time to travel. Because it's tourist season. Tourist season without the tourists. Maybe Jimbo's convinced them all to go to Cambodia. And in his latest release, guys, call them releases. Wow, that is a lot. I've never seen that many on a tree. Wow. That's out of the motors. Good morning. Yeah, so the kids in front of me here. If you do see yourself in this video and you want your image removed or blurred, let me know. Glad to do it for you. Give me the date time group in an email. Do a fast walk today. Worried about that rain. If I can get rid of these kids. Gotta have mothers gonna call them soon, right? Got to. So anyway, Jimbo, he's gone all out now, guys. Jimbo's giving dating advice. As he admits he's still married, technically. What does that mean, Jim? I'll tell you what it means. It means you're still married. You're still married, Jimbo. And you're committing adultery. That's what that means. And still blaming his wife, man. After all the drunken rampages, everything. This guy cannot admit his problems that caused the whole downfall. He can't admit it. He's still trying to tell us the story. Like people still believe him. And there's, if you read the comments, man, there are people that believe this guy. So I'll make it my mission until everybody no longer believes him and his former stories about the Philippines. It's because you're a drunken rageaholic. That's the problem, Jimbo. Wake up, seek treatment. And then he says he's only drank a couple times in Cambodia so far. when he was visiting the red light districts, where he used to complain about the people in Angeles doing the same exact thing. And that he would never do that stuff. But there he is, doing it. Only drank a couple times. Well, when you're a gym stalker like me, yeah. When you get obsessed with the lies like me, let me tell you, Jim's got to tell. Jim's got to tell, just like in poker. You got this tell, Jim. You got to understand that. Well, look at his comments. That's his tell. A lot of okra growing. Uh-oh. Starting to rain, so like I said, this could be a short one. But he's got to tell. In his comments, he'll start giving these long repeated responses to people that left him comments. He'll do it once, he'll do it twice, he'll do it a third time. When he's starting to do that to his comments, you know Jim's been drinking. That's his tell. And it's just psychobabble because he records the responses and they come out in garbage, which makes him even look better. I mean, when Google Translate, when that doesn't work for you and you come up looking like psychobabble, maybe you should learn to start typing your responses, because you're not doing a good job, Jimbo. Yeah, giving dating advice. After 2 weeks in Cambodia, he's going to tell you how to date in Cambodia. And then he contradicts himself again, saying, well, you can meet all the girls online, or meet them at the coffee shop. All you got to do is sit at outside a massage parlor or a coffee shop or store or a restaurant, and they'll come to you. And he's alluding to that first girlfriend he's been showing, that he picked her up outside of a pharmacy or in a pharmacy. That's the story he's trying to tell you online. But when somebody asked him a week ago, where'd you pick up your new girlfriend? And he's like, Cambodian Cupid. Cambodian Cupid. So now he's trying to change the narrative on that as well. It's a never-ending sea of lies with this guy. Just feeding us a bunch of lies, aren't you, Jim? See what sticks. So I'm checking on, Puerto Galera. Haven't been in there in years. Me and Lynn used to, when we were in Japan, we would fly back from there on long weekends because it was easy to get to. Come in, spend the night in Manila. Hey, morning. Spend the night in Manila, get on a bus the next day down to Batangas, catch the ferry. But last time was probably, I want to go on 5 years ago, long before they built that seawall there, or the boulevard, or whatever you want to call it. Up. You move over. Morning. Plowing the fields. Yeah, long before that. I was watching a couple of YouTubers that have been there recently. And I can't even recognize Sabang anymore. And that was the place to go to when I was last here. When I was last there. Now it's supposedly White Beach. Which we never went to. Because that was where all the locals went. I'm gonna turn this off for the music right now. All right, past all the distractions. And tell me if I'm wrong, guys. If for those folks that have been to Puerto Galera recently, you know, when we were there, like I said, we'd always stay in Sabang, and it was fun to sit outside the bar, open air bars, next to one of those 3 or 4 discos there, and be there, you know, 5 o'clock when they open. And then you see the throngs of Korean divers come in, have their one drink, leave within 10-15 minutes with their girl for the night, their girlfriend for the night. And then stopping into one of the discos like an hour after opening, 6-7 o'clock, and the stage is empty. Stage is empty. But within an hour, the whole bar is cleared out. I don't think their alcohol sales are too big. Didn't used to be, but it was funny watching them come in. Boom, they're in there for less than 10 minutes. It's like they know exactly who they're going for. Like a catalog. Every night, the same thing. Guarantee you, no Koreans were running up a bar bill there. That place has really changed from what I've seen online since they built that boardwalk or seawall or whatever the hell they did, which ruined, to me, looks like it ruined Sabang anyway. That might be worth trying out White Beach. Especially in dead season like it is now. I mean tourist season. Because people in the US don't have any money anymore. They don't have those expendable funds anymore. COVID did that much damage to the world. Nobody travels anymore. Or is it just here? I see the same thing watching these guys in Cambodia. There's no tourists there. Thailand, there's no tourists there. Morning. They don't appear to be anywhere. Then what's really scary, watching a video, what was that news guy, Alex or whatever it is, Asia Now, and the police were handing out those face masks again, and the plastic shields. Hell no. Hell no. Don't ever want to see that happening again. And hopefully it's not mandatory, but everybody in that whole video he was showing was wearing a face mask. And most of them were wearing those plastic shields again. It's freaking 90 degrees and 100% humidity here, guys. So put on those masks and face shields. Give me a break. I would never come out of my room in the AC if that happened. You want to see a hermit? That would be me. If that happens again. I wasn't here for that, but it was just as bad on us in Japan as it was here, with the exception of that plastic shield. We were locked down for months, and it sucked. Meanwhile, everybody that traveled to the U.S. would come back, oh, there's no restrictions here in the U.S. If you went into a store, you had to put on a face mask. But that was it. Walking the streets, walking everywhere else that was open, no problems. Especially in the good states. I'll put it that way. The good states let you decide which ones they are. Music again. Let me turn this off. All right, made it past some more distractions here. Like I said, guys, I am trying to keep these videos down below, trying to ultimately get them down to 20 minutes, but at least under 30. 25. Let's put the goal at 25. I think that's sustainable. I think that's what I've been doing over the last week or so. So we'll see. We'll see how I can do that. Here comes a trike. Loud trike. Let me get over here at the bridge. Stop here. Good morning. Good morning. Trike stalled out. It only started raining, spitting for a couple minutes. Nothing really to deter me. Uh-oh. Stalled out, huh? Bye. So guys, I tried and failed today. I tried to watch the latest episode from Tropical Martini. I got the 15-minute mark of a 26-minute video. Him doing his first interview with Alan. But if you want to know more about Alan, go out and watch his interview with Chad Foster. Chad Foster, guys. Tropical Martini's boy toy. His favorite YouTuber. He wants to be his wingman, you know. He's told us that in several videos. But this interview, guys, he released it and then had to put a stop to it. Had to come back, put a preview on there, you know, add additional 15-20 seconds at the start, saying how he had to turn off his comments because everybody was complaining that he kept interrupting the guy he was interviewing, Alan. But he said the real reason because people were arguing with the other commenters. There was a comment war going on. People arguing with each other about how he was conducting the interview. So he had to turn off the comments. And this is the problem. That is the problem. When you're trying to follow the script, guys, trying to follow the YouTuber script, and you're worried about the commenters instead of doing your videos.
Hey, my friend, good morning.
Good morning. Never pull back. Never pull back a video and have to re-edit it. Never do that because of what commenters are saying. Stick with your guns. Stick with your guns is what I say. But he feeds into the commenters, guys, and they know it. How many times has he talked about the people commenting? And why has he got to really explain himself again? And he's doing it over in this video. He asked him a question. The guy's trying to give an answer, and he's interrupting him. He's interrupting him over and over and over again. I mean, seriously, I only got the 15 minutes halfway through the interview, and I had to turn it off. Could not watch that. Morning. Could not watch that garbage any longer. Just an epic fail for his first interview. Maybe that's why it's smart not to do interviews, huh? But when you have to resort to turning off your comments, I remember another guy in Dumaguete who did that. Whose channel now is no longer there. A big fat family life, twice failed YouTuber. Because they care about the commenters and the threatened lawsuits. This guy, he's got to be liked, guys. He's got to be understood. And he's got to interrupt the interview to let you know that 15, 20 times in the first 15 minutes, he's interrupting the guy when he's responding to a question. My God, it was absolute ridiculousness. But he thinks he's following the script. He's following the script because his boy Chad did such a good interview with the guy. And I really don't watch his channel either. To each his own. But man, and he said he had lunch or breakfast with the guy or lunch with the guy prior to the interview. And he does a 15-20 minute interview with them, these two just standing outside of the restaurant. Seriously, you couldn't find a place to sit down? You couldn't find a place to sit down for the interview? You gotta stand up, sitting there talking while standing up? Seriously? Yeah, I don't know if I can go back to watching him at all. I just don't. I'm tired of the medical stuff. Which is funny because he asked the guy, expecting that the guy would click right on there and agree with him when he said, do you think what he's doing about his medical stuff is right? Is he following the correct script? And this is a guy, he's in Allen, who's got this supposedly medical background, medical administration or whatever. And the guy goes, some of what you're doing is good, some of it is not what I would recommend. And he acted like he was stunned by that answer. Please elaborate, as he interrupted him again. The guy goes and tells him, you're jumping into this, you're doing too much at once. Because he's so eager to get out from under this medical and dental stuff to go visit the country. He wants to get it all done in 2 weeks. I think he's needing to go get that full-time girlfriend is what he's needing. He's eager about getting on that hunt. My opinion,